welcome to Gorillas Studios. Right here in the studio, I am your host, the legendary Al Sifa, for truth, knowledge, and a little bit of education. Look like I might not be going out here today, but I'm right here because I believe there are individuals that has questions. Salam, my dear brother Gandhiji. Salam. Ah, yes, you know how I'm doing it. I got I got some people that was going to ask some questions because obviously I am flooding. Flooding, but uh let me get this, share this live. And then before I go to DOC today, let's go. Yeah. I'm not going to be doing too much because I'm waiting for DOC to go live, but I have a couple of individuals that has questions and giving them the opportunity to ask their questions. Obviously, me saying that the price of the project that I'm going, yeah, it's in about an hour. I should be there because I don't think I'm leaving today because we're trying to get some parts done on my truck so I can head up to Buffalo. And I don't think I'm leaving because time is ticking. And anyways, back to what I was saying. We got individuals that thinking because I say the price is on Flare that is going down, obviously that's FUD. And I don't think people understand what FUD is. Once again, that's fear, uncertainty, uncertainty, and doubt. If I'm able to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt in you, that's a good thing because you should be checking on your investments and making sure your money's in the right project. But I'm not I'm not doing in a negative way as most people think FUD is negative. I'm not doing it like people say uncertainty. Yeah. I'm not doing it in the way that people from other communities was doing XRP, saying that XRP will never get to $1. That's negative FUDing. But if you are scared of the price of your investments, whatever project you're in, of going down, ladies and gentlemen, I think you're in the wrong type of market. You're in the wrong type of market. Now, I normally don't do this, but I invited some people from the Telegram that I like to have good discussions with to come out and ask, just like people don't understand what's proper DCAing is. But it is. Listening to Mitch Ray right now. Sorry, no problem. No problem. But we can get it out there. Once again, I'm going to show y'all my portfolio. Hold on. Because I'm going to say this. This will be the last time y'all going to see prices in any project in the crypto space like this. Because all that begging for institution money to get to come in, now they're here. Now they're trying to do their one final shakeout. And I already said it before. And I don't know which video. I don't think Bitcoin is going to 150,000. I do not see Bitcoin getting to 150,000 by the end of this year. By the end of this year. And I'm going to show you, man, these people are banks, institutions, they're all going crypto crazy. They're trying to shake people out of the market so they can get it at a cheaper price. Where's Bitcoin? Okay. Let me I wish, hold on. Got a phone call for a second. He's gonna have to wait. Let me share. Did I got Bitcoin price? No. I need to go to my account. I don't know why I went to coinmarketcap.com, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you where there's a possibility, if this is already the beginning of the bear market, we can see a $36,000 Bitcoin. Oh man, you're fighting. Don't be scared. Shit, you know how many people would love to see Bitcoin at 36,000 and scoop it up? Ooh. You stuck on stupid. All right. Let me share my screen. Ooh, where is it? Share screen. All right. Look at that. Look at that. Here's what everybody is scared of. This is why the market is going down. I'm going to show you something. Y'all got to pay attention. And this doesn't look good. I'm going to be honest with you. Ooh, it definitely don't look good. This line right here, I want y'all to look at. This line right here is the 50-week average moving line. Now, I don't know what dumbass came up with the rule that if we get a candle, a closing candle, 1 week under the 50-week moving average, we are officially in a bear market. All right. This candle, I don't believe is finished out until what, Sunday? Somebody correct me. Okay. Already, let me get even bigger. But here's the thing. This candle is not completely under the 50-week moving average. That's why you still hear people saying, "Oh no, we're gonna go. We're the bull market is not over, and we still got a chance of Bitcoin reaching or surpassing all-time highs." But look how much of this body is under there. I mean, it can change. I don't know if it's going to change by Sunday. I don't know when the 50-week average can. I don't know when this candle is actually is going to end. But you already see this. This is why a lot of people are selling, because they say if this candle closed, I say it takes at least 3 weeks under the 50-week average. Plus, you have a death cross coming up. Here's your death cross. That's the 200-week moving average. So, ladies and gentlemen, right here is October 6th. All right. Let me blow it up so y'all can see it. The way I got my thing. Right here on this candle, that is October 6th. That's when Bitcoin hit its all-time high, October 6th. It takes 1 year, anywhere from 52, and I think it's 56 weeks for it to hit bottom. All right. So October 6th to October is 1 year, right? They say that Bitcoin is going to go down 70% Let me show you previous. Back in, when was this candle? December 11th to December 11th of 2017. It took a year for Bitcoin to hit, and 2018 the bottom before it start going up. So December 11th of 2017 to December 17th, 2018, it hit bottom. At that time, that was 84%. And when is this? 21 and November of 21. Actually, the exact date is the 8th of November, 2021 to November of the 21st of November of 2022, it hit its bottom. It went down 77% from its all-time high. And 2017, all-time high, took a year. 2021, from its all-time high to November 2022, 77%. Now, we predict, most analysts, professional analysts, says if Bitcoin does not surpass its all-time high, and if October 6th was the all-time high, it's going to take a year for Bitcoin to bottom before it start going up. So what I did, I only did a 6 months. Why did I only do a 6 months? Because I'm not going to wait to the final bottom for me to watch Bitcoin. I'm going to see how Bitcoin coming crashing down and bringing the market with it. I told you, people say if Bitcoin goes down 50%, altcoin can go down. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Excuse me. Somebody's calling me. Altcoins can go down 60, 70, 80, and in some cases 90%, depending on the altcoin that you are in. So what I was showing you in the last live, let's say that's not true. Let's say if Bitcoin goes down 50%, Flare goes down 50%. And that's why here's Bitcoin. Look how it's going down. Let's take a look at Flare. Flare, this is Flare on the 50-week. I'm doing a weekly average. There's Flare. Flare is already down. What was it? 35% the last time I checked from its all-time high at the same time as Bitcoin. Where do you measure Flare? If Bitcoin hit all-time high in October 6th, that day you got to measure your altcoin, its highest point, on the day that Bitcoin hit its all-time high. In my last live, I said Flare was at basically almost 2.5 cents. So if I measure it down, and it's going to take a year for Bitcoin to hit the bottom, well, I want to start watching Flare within 6 months in April, and I can map out its pricing. So I said that we should see 0.1233 by April, which was 6 months, will be 6 months from October 6th. From October to April is 6 months. Look how it's performing. This right here, hold on. Let me bring it up. Here's a weekly. Oh yeah. Here's a weekly. There's October 6th right here. And I'm going to March 30th because the very next day will be April 4th. April 1st. Okay. April 1st. I got that. I already got it mapped out. Look how it's dropping. Look at it, how it's dropping. This thing is going faster what I predicted. So right here, as you can see, at the end of this candle, at the end of this box, is March 30th. Then it goes into the red box. That's what I call my buy box. My buy box is right here. I got this thing, if it drops, and I have it drop down to 64%. I'm only saying the worst case scenario will be 65%. 65%. Worst case scenario. But if it only goes 50%, it will be at 1233. Right now, at this time, on Kraken Exchange, Flare is at 1417. We're only 200 points away. A little bit less than 200 points away. Where am I? I'm planning to start buying. I'm going to be watching it. I'm already watching Flare's price, but where I'm planning to start buying is right here. When my DCA price on Flare is at 0.0088. I got in Flare when Flare was 3.5 cents. When Flare was 3.5 cents, with very little money and mostly trading, I got my DCA price under a penny. So I'm not going to buy, most likely, nothing above my DCA price. Because here at Guerrilla Investments, me and my 4 brothers, we believe protect your DCA price at all costs. At all costs, protect it. Because the lower your DCA price is, the longer you stay in profits. Why do y'all think? And I know y'all was thinking I was weird and happy during the last bear market, because my portfolio was still in the green. Yes, I understand there's going to be a time my DCA price will rise, but not right now. Not right now. So until I see Flare goes lower than that, which it can happen, because it's too early for Flare to be dropping this low this quickly, and yet Bitcoin is only I think 15% from its all-time high. Let me check before I start lying. Let's see. We're going to see. This is how I be calling out prices. Bitcoin right now, from its all-time high, is only 24.77%. It's not even at the full 50%. Bitcoin will drop past more than 50%. So if it's only at, let's say, 25%, there's another 25% Bitcoin is going to drag the market down. Do you think altcoins are going to hold its price while Bitcoin is going to drop it down another 25%? Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I have my charts. I have my spreadsheet. I tell you the truth, I have the world's best spreadsheet. There's no doubt about that. I can show you my spreadsheet. And I have everything jotted down. But now you can see why I said I called out the price. Y'all got to stop being misled by Wall Street. Don't be afraid of a bear market, because if there's a bull market, there's going to be a bear market. And like in my video I made today, shout out to Keenan Grace. He tells his subscribers there's 5 P's that you need to live by in life. And that's proper preparation prevents poor performance. The problem is with most people, they don't have any preparation. Sometimes the worst thing you can do is nothing at all, just standing still. If you prepare like I am, I'm going to make a gibble, gooble, gobble of money going on the way down. That's why I told y'all earlier this year, I'm sick and tired of this bull market. I'm ready for the bear market. I already did all the things that I needed to do, because in the bull market, I made trades, but now I'm done. This is not my bull market. My bull market is when I can cash out more than 3 million. Now, should be no misunderstanding on what I'm doing. I have the charts here. I haven't even explained the yellow one, but that's for another time. But you can see right here from October 6th, a flare all-time high. If we take the analysts and professional investors rules that about 50, if Bitcoin drops 50%, and I'm only saying right here as a soft prediction that if Flare just dropped 50% because of Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to make money. You can't just make money on the way up. You got to make money on the way down. Now, is there anybody out here that's not sure what I'm talking about? I show you the charts. I don't make up these charts. I don't. It is what it is. And if you have questions, you are more than welcome to ask them. You know, at this rate, me personally, I think Bitcoin's going to go to 90,000 and then bounce back up probably to 100 and probably drop back down. To me, as I've been saying it, I said it earlier this year. I don't know if I still have that video up, but I even said it in the last live. I think October 6th was Bitcoin's all-time high. It broke its all-time high 3 times before, but I could be wrong. But so far, it looks like I'm not, because we got so much of Wall Street in the money, Wall Street in the market. Banks are in the market, and they don't even like crypto. They're doing everything to shake everybody out. Why? Because the long retail sellers are selling Bitcoin and selling altcoins at a low price. They can come and scoop it up and tell you, oh, don't worry. And yet they picking up your bags, pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar. So, hey, that's my belief. So, anybody wants to come out and ask a question, I'm more than glad to accept anybody to come up. Now, I don't know how to, you know what? How do I add Sonny? How do I add somebody? How do you invite guests? Oh, that's how I do it. All right. Here it is. Paste. There you go. You can ask it in the comments. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it in the Telegram. Let me get it up in the Telegram. Woo! Paste it up in the Telegram. One join. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah. Please hit the like button, and also hit the like button for me. You know, I appreciate that. But okay. I think one person, give it a couple of seconds. I think one person is going. to come up. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we can't ignore that. There's no need to ignore that. Bitcoin is going down, and I think it will bounce back up from 90 to 100, but I don't think that 127,000. You can even look at the order books, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. There, what? 40, what did it say right here? I got my alerts on. There's 15 million. No, that's Flare. What am I doing? Ooh, look, I want to look at the order books on Bitcoin. Look at that. The sell pressure is unbelievable. Look at that right here. Five Bitcoin. And yet you got people who wants it for a lower price. And it's just a hair smidgen. And it looks like these people right here ain't moving, and these people are constantly changing their orders to meet these prices. That's another thing y'all got to look out for. Undercutting. That's what it is. But like I said, where is this? Yep. If Bitcoin goes down, it's full 88%. I don't know why I have it down at 80%. I need to put it up at 70. Hold on. I screwed up on that one. Is it locked? No, it's not locked. Let me raise this up. That's 70%. If it goes down to 70%, you're looking at a $37,825 Bitcoin. So let's just say 40,000. You're looking at a $40,000 Bitcoin once it hits the bottom. I told people I think it is not going to go all the way to the 70,000. I do believe it's going at 65,000, but that's where where I get the 40,000. But I'm putting it at where professionals are literally estimating how far Bitcoin is going to drop. We already have our, I don't know why people call it death cross, but it's really a golden cross. And I can't get the full death cross. But yeah, 70,000, we're looking at a 37,000. Those are numbers. They're not numbers I made up, but it is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last time you'll see prices at this low. I personally think institution money, big whale money, they're just going to try to shake you out of this market so that you can give your crypto to them pennies on the dollar. They already said in 2023 that the next bear market we have will be one of the worst bear markets that we have ever experienced. After that, bear market's going to be a lot shorter, and they're not going to be as bad. The 4-year cycle after this bear market is going to end. And I believe that. So once again, I got to prepare for Drunk on Crypto. So y'all stay blessed. I hope I got this explained. I hope Tom T was here, and let's see if I get good reviews. But if you do have questions later, I will be on Drunk on Crypto. Look up Drunk on Crypto, which is going to be starting in the next few minutes. Actually 45 minutes. And you can come on that stream. This is my dear brother who is a developer, okay, and he has his own crypto project. So come out and see us. Until the next time, my friends, assalamu alaikum.